Hello, everybody. This is another week with Pastor Sunday bringing you a word from the Lord. Today, I want to talk about valuing your time. It is time is the actually the richest and the biggest wealth that we've been given by God. God has endowed us with wealth, and the greatest wealth that you could think of is not the wealth of gold or silver or diamond. The greatest wealth that you could think of is the wealth of time. Time is the greatest, greatest thing that you and I have in our lives, because time itself is equal to money, is equal to life. Time is more than money. Time is more than gold. Time is more than precious silver. Time is equal to life, because our life itself is a totality of time. So if we say a child is born, that child has life in himself. And we say the child is 10 years old, for example, or we say the child is 20 years old, the person is 20 years old. That 20 years that we refer to, or that 5 years we refer to, or 10 years that we refer to, is a subtotal of time. So if I'm saying I'm 40 years old or 43 years old, that is a subtotal of the amount of time that I've lived. So that time equals my life. So time is life. And whatever you do with your time is what you do with your life. So if you waste your time, you're actually wasting your life. So if you value your time, you value your life eventually. It's because life is the greatest commodity, is the greatest blessing, is the greatest treasure that heaven has given to all of us on earth. So if you really want to be valuable, be a valuable person, you must value your time. If you want other people to value you and to respect you, you must respect yourself by respecting your time. You have to think of what you do with your time on a daily basis. How do you spend your time? Do you waste your time? If you waste your time, you waste your life. If you waste your time, other people will waste your time and your life as well. So wasting time is actually an abuse. If you don't want to abuse yourself, if you don't want to abuse your life, the best thing to do is to think about it and begin to value every minute of your day. Don't just go about and talk. Don't just go about and do just anything out there. Think twice and calculate the way you spend your time, and think about it before you do something. Think in the terms of time is life, and we'll talk more about this coming week. God bless you. Hello, everybody. Good day. We keep on talking about time. That time is life, and that how you spend your time shows what value you put upon your life. And one of the ways that you could really value your life and value your time is to plan your time. Every person that wants to value his life must live a planned life. You must make sure that your life is planned. If you really want to have an organized life and a successful life, make sure that you have the life plan of about 10 years in advance at least. 10 years plan is normal for everybody. For me personally, I have a plan for my life for the next 25 years. And so, because I have that plan, I can now see what I want to be in the next 10 years, what I want to be in the next 25 years, and begin to do corresponding thing today that will lead me to that goal that I want to achieve in the next 20 years. So for it, when you're talking about planning, it is essential to not just have a long-term plan, like 10 years plan, like I've just said, or 25 years plan, but it is also important to have a medium plan, medium term plan, or middle term plan, whereby you plan for 1 year or 5 years or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. And also you must have plans for a short-term plan. Short-term plans are plans that you have for 1 month, the plans that you have for 1 week, and the plans that you have for for every day. Now, short-term plans and middle-term plans are supposed to be coming out, evolving from the long-term plan. So the long-term plan you have for 10 years, you break it down to a middle-term plan so that if you want, say you want to achieve a goal maybe of becoming a governor in the next 10 years, then in the next 15 years, I mean the next 5 years, you must make sure, you must say, for example, because I want to become the governor in the next 10 years, okay, I must finish my education by in the next 5 years, and I must begin to work and make money and have good savings. But now, what do I need to do now? That answers the question of short-term planning. So now I must begin to act. I must begin to give exams. I must begin to, go and study very well. I must begin to, motivate myself. So whatever you are doing now, your short-term plans depends on what you are planning to be eventually in life. And it's the same thing with with your middle-term plan. So planning is one of the major ways for you to maximize your time and then maximize your life. God bless. Hello, everybody. We continue to talk today about this week about time and the value of time, and that time is life. There is a saying that anybody that values his time so much that he would not allow anybody to waste a minute of his life, of his time, is the freest of men. So the person that doesn't allow anybody to waste a minute of his time is the freest of all men. If you will not allow anybody to waste a minute of your life, then you are free for sure. So only the person that values his time so much that he will not allow anybody to intrude into his time, to waste his time, is the person that is truly free. Sometimes we are intimidated by our friends, our relatives. We don't want to offend them. We don't want them to feel bad about us, or we don't want to feel bad about them, or we don't want them to feel bad about us. So we want to just have people to think well about us. So because of that, we make ourselves subject to other people's opinions, other people's plans, other people's schedules, other people's timetable for us, and we do things that we didn't plan, the things that we didn't intend to do, just because we want to keep people happy. We want people to be happy. We want people to be glad, and we agree to do things that we would never normally really agree to do. Well, those are mistakes, and they are major mistakes that people make. That because they want to be men pleasers, they don't want to offend other people. They just agree and waste their time, and thereby wasting their life. But really, those kind of people are not free. You are not free because if you are not doing what you want to do, but you are doing what other people want you to do, then you are a slave to those other people. You are not free when you have to do something because you are afraid of public opinion or what people think about what you are going to do. That is not freedom. Then you are not free, really, and it means that you are actually captivated by public opinion. You are a slave to public opinion. But when you know what you want, and when you do only what you want to do, when you control your time and your life, and you don't want anybody to tell you what to do with your time, but you actually live your life according to how you've planned it out, that means you are free. Only the person that has full control over his time is a free man. So are you free, or you are living bondage to people's opinion? That's one thing that you and I would need to think about. And we'll continue our talk tomorrow. God bless. Hello, everybody. We'll continue to talk about the value of time today, and I want to just talk about what Charles Darwin, one of the greatest scientists that have ever lived in our generation. Darwin is an Englishman that said that a man that can afford to waste 1 hour of his day has not discovered the value of life. So, he's such a serious man, serious-minded man, a man that knows the value of time so much that says, if you allow yourself to waste, you can afford to waste 1 hour of your life, then you have not really discovered the value of life itself. So 1 hour is too much for somebody who knows the value of life. 1 hour is too much for somebody who is conscientious of what time is, and to be wasted. 1 hour is too much to be wasted. And what is 1 hour? 1 hour is what we normally, spend in between events or in between activities. 1 hour could be a time we waste watching TV. 1 hour could be a time we waste watching a television program. 1 hour could be what we spend on sports on TV. 1 hour could be what we spend maybe eating without doing any other thing. 1 hour is what we spend talking on phone. 1 hour, and if you spend 1 hour talking on phone every day, can you imagine how many hours you must have spent by the end of the week? And then can you imagine how many hours you must have spent at the end of the year? And then can you imagine how many hours that will be in 10 years? So if you can afford to waste 1 hour of your day, can you imagine how many hours that will be, how many days or how many years that will be at the end of 10 years or at the end of your life, at the end of 20, 50, 40 years of your life? So I agree with Charles Darwin that anybody that could afford to waste 1 hour of his life has not really discovered the value of life yet, because life itself depends on time. And if you really want to value life, the proof that you value life, the proof that you value yourself, the proof that you respect yourself really, is how you relate to your time, is how and what you do with your time. When you respect yourself, when you respect your vision, when you respect your goals, when you are a man of vision, a man of goals, you will not afford, you will not allow anybody to waste a minute of your life. So let us become a guardian and a custodian of our life by guiding our time. God bless. Hello, everybody. Good day. I'm talking about time today, and the importance of time to our life. I like what one George Billings says about time. He says something like this, that time is like money. The less we have of it to spare or to waste, the further we can go with it. If when you have less money, you manage it, and you can do actually much more with $100 bill, when it's the only thing you have, than you do with $100 bills, with $100 bill when you have $10,000, because it's $100 doesn't look too big, so you use it. Yeah, you can use $100 to just to buy a shoe or buy a shirt, but an old woman in the village or in the small town, that $100 is the salary, is a month is the monthly salary of the family. You will not believe it what people do with the $100. In fact, the statistics all over the world says that most developing countries live on $2 a month, because they have less of it and so few of it. It sustains them for a whole month, and sustains not just one person, but maybe a whole family. But when you have more money, especially in developed worlds, you can. Some people say they can never live on $100 for a day, talk less of for a month. Definitely not for a month. So time is like that too. When we think we have a lot of time, especially young people, they think they have a lot of time to spare. Well, it is when you begin to think that you have a lot of time to spare and a lot of time ahead of you, that's when you waste it. You waste time when you begin to think that you have a lot of it. But when you realize that you have less time to live, when you realize that you are already old, or you are already nearing the end of your life, you begin to do things with intensity, and you begin to be more serious, more devoted, more dedicated, more focused about being serious in life than when you think you have all the time in life. I mean, most people, when you ask them if they know that they have just 1 month left to live, what would they do? They begin to concentrate on the most important things in their lives, and they begin to tell you what they would do and what they would change and things like that. But otherwise, when they are not aware they only have 1 month to live, they just live carefree. But don't be like that. Let us be people who will value our time and our life today as if it's the last day of our life. As soon as you live in that realization that today could be my last day, you will do the utmost the utmost best you could probably do with your life at any given day. Let us be people who value our lives and do all the best we could do every time. God bless you. Hello, everybody. Good day. We continue another day today of our, our daily word. And today I want to, because the other day I spoke about the comparison between money and time. Even though there is some similarities with money and time, but also there are some things that you can never really compare to each other, because money, unlike money, you cannot keep or store away time. Now, money could be, you could say, okay, I have a lot of money today, so I will keep them in the bank, or I will store them, or I put them in investment. I will, just store away the money, and when the rainy season comes, or when the, dry days come, then I will take the money and begin to use them, to provide for me when I'm not able to work, or I'm not able to do something anymore. But with time, you cannot just say, well, I can afford to do anything I want right now with my life. I can afford to do anything I want now with my time, and then save some time that I'm going to put some time in insurance, or put some time in a bank, or put some time in my storage. And when I need it, when I'm short of time, I could just go and collect the time and begin to do whatever I want with it. That is impossible. You cannot store time away, unlike money. In fact, money really, time really is something that you lose, and you can lose forever, once and for all. It's something that is irreversible. So it's a value so valuable that you cannot afford to waste it, even on a daily basis. If you waste 1 hour, even an ordinary 1 hour, in your life, you can never get it back again. Even if you waste a minute, you can never get it back. It's an irreversible process. It's something so valuable that you must value it now. Time is something you must value every minute, every second. If you refuse to value it now, you pay for it later, and you'll never be able to get it back. So it is absolutely incredibly important what we do with our time. Time is absolutely inevitable. The importance of time is unbelievable. We must make sure that we value time every minute of our life, every second of our life, because once it's gone, you will never get it back again. So let's be more conscientious. Let's be more careful about how we spend our time on a daily basis. God bless you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another day that we're talking about the importance of time for us. I like what Benjamin Franklin says about time. He says the way to wealth creation is actually in two words: in industry and frugality. That is to say, do not waste money nor time. And those are the two things. If you don't waste money and you don't waste time, those two things will bring you to wealth sooner or later. If you know how to value time, and if you know how to value money, if the act of knowing how to value money is frugality. You are careful with money. You value it. You know how to manage it. You know how to economize it. You don't waste it. You become an industrious person. You become it will bring you to wealth eventually. But if you know how to value life, and you know how to value time, definitely you will become a prosperous person. So valuing time is valuing life, knowing what to do at the right time, knowing what to do with your life, knowing what to do with your time. Well, you will always be wise. You will always do the right thing at the right time. And if you know how to value time also, the combination of the two is very important for your life. You'll become a person of discipline, a person of industry, a person of enterprise, a person of great achievements in life. Great achievement come only to people who know how to value these things. Great achievement comes to people who don't waste money, and who don't waste time. People who don't waste time, they don't waste life. And people who don't waste money, if people don't waste time, they don't waste money either. And those are the people who become successful in life. So success depends on two things: your ability to be frugal and about time, about money and time, the ability to know how to manage life and how to manage money, and to take them serious, to be serious about your time, to be serious about your life, to be serious about your money, and to know the important things when the important things to spend money on and the important things to spend time on. So find out, are you spending your time on important things? Are you spending your life on most important things? That is what your life and your destiny depends on. If you spend your life on what is most important, and you spend your time on what is most important, if you spend your money on what is most important, you become an industrious and successful person. God bless you.